To casuals, Niall Horan is the underrated blonde one, but to Directioners, he's a low-key pop folk icon.
Welcome to your favorite pop music podcast, CCTV, the nonstop pop show. We have almost 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you all so much for joining the CCTV crew. And if you're on a podcast platform, please give us a rating, follow, and share the episode because it really helps us grow and find other global pop fans with great music taste like you. And if you want to support the show, hang out with us for exclusive live sessions to talk to us unfiltered and request episode topics. You can become a crew member at patreon.com/cctvpops. And of course, a huge shout out to all of our crew members who we will shout out at the end of the show. But we have to mention Ellie, who is a huge Directioner, a huge, what are the Niall fans called? Horn dogs?
There's no way it's called Horan dogs. You're kidding, really?
Anyway, Ellie requested that we review Niall's discography. So we're going to start with the beginning, you know?
Yes.
And start with the debut. Of course, we have already discussed One Direction a few times on the show. We did do a little pop-off about all their solo debut tracks. And of course, we did review Take Me Home and Up All Night, track by track as well.
I'm sorry, that Horan dog was crazy.
I love that. That's a great fandom name.
Flicker is a debut album by former member of One Direction, Niall Horan, released on October 20th, 2017. Niall has described this album as folk meets pop, and this album debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, making him the third member of One Direction to achieve this feat. Our Patreon crew member, Ellie, noted that Niall recorded the whole album with a live band, and quite a few of the songs were recorded in one take. Ellie also shared some of the much-loved leaks like Waiting on God and Wasted with us, so you'll have to join us over on Patreon if you want to hear our thoughts on those songs. Some other fun facts she shared are to definitely go check out his live lounge cover of Julian Michaels' Issues, who opened on his tour, and another opener he had on his shows in Glasgow was Lewis Capaldi long before he blew up.
Ooh.
Coincidence? We think not, but maybe. They were also on the same label, so you know. But now we will discuss the production, vocal, visuals, performances, and then drop our individual ratings for each song. But beware, viewer discretion is advised. Your faith will be criticized.
So before we get into the album track by track, let's talk about this album cover. It's very Adele 25, but not black and white. Oh, God.
It's close.
It's close. It's close. His eyes are a very pretty color.
Yeah, are mine a pretty color, Chris?
No.
Oh. Ooh, dang.
Not as pretty as Niall's.
CCTV's bringing up now. I'm joking. But yes, no, I think that was like the striking fact, right? It's like, here I am standing alone in my Irishness. Well, the accent I have is terrible, and I do
Was that
apologize.
supposed to be Irish?
It's supposed to be not American. Oh.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm never a huge fan of just close up on the face album covers. Like, I think after, I know that there have been a ton through history, and I think
Right.
some are better than others. But I will say with his, at least, he looks, it does feel like you're about to hear some very deep stories from him.
Kiss him, right? Okay. But yeah, no, I agree. I think the overall the colors, right? He's wearing gray. He's against a stone wall. It's meant to be like, take me seriously. This is not Take Me Home. This is not Up All Night. This is not One Direction. This is me as a man. The blonde is gone. If you haven't noticed, I'm grown, but also sentimental. So shout out to him for being able to, not smize, but like give a little bit of like a something, on the camera. So shout out to him. I would say one thing a little bit more for the title, because Flicker,
Yeah, you can do a lot with the word flicker.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do agree with that as well. All right, so let's start with track 1, which is On the Loose. And this was done by John Bryan, Niall Horan, and Julian Bunetta. And this was released as a single in March 2018. And this was clearly inspired by Fleetwood Mac's Dreams. And Niall has mentioned that this is his favorite track on the album, or at least one of them.
She's on the loose, she's gone, she's gone.
Also, Julian Bunetta is back.
Yes,
We love
Julian
him.
Panetta. Yes, we do. I feel like every time we reviewed a One Direction album, we were like, "Oh, when is he coming back?"
Yeah, waiting for his songs.
Right. Like our
Yeah.
favorite uncle. This one, can I tell you, I didn't realize I knew this song. I did not realize I knew this song, and I'm not sure if that's a testament to, like, how low key he is or how much I was not paying attention. I don't know what I was doing in 2017, but I can't say I was a One Directioner. I mean, a Directioner, excuse me. I was more of like a K-pop fan, so whoever was out at the time, I was very into. Um, but yeah, I knew of them obviously. But I thought the song was like Ed Sheeran or something. I don't know, something really ignorant like that. I do not know. It reminds me of like a car commercial. I mean, so not in a bad way, right? When I think of this song, I think of being on the road. It starts the album off with mid-tempo energy. The drums are leaning toward rock, soft rock, if you will. I think his I don't know how his step, his first note specifically, it comes in confidently and it feels like he's ready to kind of just, tell a story, which I appreciate. I think throughout this album, we're going to get a lot of storytelling, and it's consistent throughout because he wrote a great deal of it. But yeah, I think the lyrics, like, she's a real work of art. Her eyes can burn down a room. Like that's intense. This girl's a vixen, and now she's on the loose. Like she's a
Yes.
Tasmanian devil, and I love how
Yes.
open his voice is in the bridge. I think that's something that you and I are probably gonna like really be like in agreement in. Like his tone, I can't say I remember it within the group all the time, especially since we've only done like a couple of albums,
Mhm.
but I think his tone is really nice, and then it opens up pretty well in that bridge. Like, I love the warning that he's giving. He's like, "I fell for this woman twice." And I'm not saying you can't do it, but just understand that she's dangerous, man. This is definitely more rugged than a typical pop song.
Mhm.
And I appreciate that. It's not One Direction. It's very much him. It's a little not vulnerable. It's a little like, hey, I kind of fell for it. She's hot stuff, man. Just be careful. I like
Mhm.
that. I like the conversationalness of it.
Yeah, I like the lyrical I like the way the lyrics are written as well.
Yeah.
Um, and I think it's unique actually. It's like this warning to, I guess, the next guy or guys
Yeah.
that they're going to encounter, or that she's going to encounter.
Mhm.
Um, I think Dreams is one of the best songs ever.
Oh,
I think.
go on.
I think Dreams is an amazing song. I think the whole album is obviously, it's a classic for a reason.
Mhm.
So the second this started, I was like, yes, I like this. This is
Yeah.
very much up my alley.
Mhm.
Because yeah, it has like a nice groove to it, and they did a good job referencing Dreams, like with kind of little guitar trills, and even the way it's mixed and everything. It's very that, which I'm
Yeah.
here for. The harmonies also build really nicely, especially for the final parts of the song.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I love the extra kind of outro moment as well, the kind of extended instrumental.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, and then with the alternate version that they ended up releasing, I guess it's a single version, they did up the bass line and all kind of sounds a bit more full. But I do think the album version is kind of perfect the way that it is.
Mhm.
So yeah, this was a clear standout for me on this album. Like from the second I heard it, I would say. And the music video. What do you think of the video?
Oh my goodness. Speaking of, like, the driving thing, it's I'm glad they were on the nose with it for sure. I think with his visuals, they kept a consistent color palette, and I love that. He looks handsome. You know, he looks like my type. But I like the whole road. There's a music video where I mean, I feel like every pop music video. Sorry. I feel like there's a lot of pop music videos where people are driving on the road, but I mean, it's kind of like it's right there. If it's calling for a desert and a road, you give it to me. I can't think of that one music video though where the woman is like singing in the car and she's like walking in front of the car and forgot. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh, Walking in front of the car. I
Like,
mean, there's a lot of videos of people like walking on a desert dirt road.
no, but it was like
Are you
kooky. It was
thinking?
kind of kooky.
Oh,
Like, oh my god, I can't think of it.
not
But
Madonna?
no, it wasn't her.
Yeah.
Um, Sorry, fine. Boom. But yes, I think there's a lot of pop music videos with like the road and the car. Blah, blah, blah. But I like this one. Like you might as well just join the pack of the videos. I like the juxtaposition between like his scenes looking all like warm and neutral tones, and then her hazy ones. Whoever that lady was with the red, and then like the slow motions. Like she just looks like trouble.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
I kind of like that she was this elusive figure kind of this whole time.
Yes.
Um, And yeah, the way they kind of edit her in with like the fades and stuff are very
Mhm.
funny. And yeah, I was actually in LA when I was listening to this for the review. So I was like, wow,
Oh,
this feels very correct. That
yeah. It's the same, and
you
I was in
know,
LA
yeah,
as well,
yeah.
and we cried to listen it.
Also, the performances of the song are great. I think the live arrangement's really awesome. It's kind of more unplugged,
Yes,
but
yes.
his harmonies with his band are
Mhm.
so good. It's super, super tight, and he has improved so much. I mean, just again for context for people listening, we're only 2 albums into our One Direction review, and neither
Yeah.
of us were really Directioners before that. So, um, I don't know too much about him and kind of how his voice developed as he got older. So I basically jumped from "Take Me Home"
Oof.
all the way to "Flicker."
Right.
His voice has developed so nicely. It's got this beautiful rasp to it. There's a warmness
Mhm.
to it. He still does kind of have kind of that innocence to it,
Yeah.
but it's definitely more rugged for sure. And live, he's super stable,
Oh my god,
like
yes.
really good pitch. He emotes super, super well.
Yeah.
I would say you're going to hear me say this. I prefer some of the live versions actually,
Mm.
compared to the studio versions for some of these songs.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that we have so many live albums from him. Like I'm excited to go through his discography because my understanding is that his artistic growth is quite exponential from here. So
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Again, y'all may as directioners, you may know he is like, killing it in the game here, but a lot of us, he might be like an underrated gem here. Uh-oh. So I'm gonna give this one a 9 because I always liked the song. I didn't know it was him. I'm so sorry to this man.
Yeah. So I really like this one. I will give it a 9.
Up next is This Town, and it was written by Greg Kurstin, Niall Horan, Jamie Scott, Mike Needle, and Daniel Breyer. And this was the debut solo song. We did review it in our solo debut pop off episode with all of the members of One
Mm.
Direction, but it's been a while since then. So, Chris, what is your take now that we've listened to the whole body of work? How does This Town feel to you?
If the whole world was watching, I'd still dance with you. Drive highway.
I still really like this town actually, and it
Mhm.
actually makes more sense to me now because now that I've heard like Little
Mm.
Things and kind of those more romantic acoustic kind of ballads that One Direction had, I'm like, okay, I get why this was a good debut single because it's quite accessible. If you liked those songs, you'll very likely
Oh,
like this song as well. So I was like, okay,
okay.
this makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, the vocal execution again is just so good. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest, I don't love a lot of these. Like, if you listen to our first album review, I didn't love Little Things. You
Yeah.
know, it's just not really for me. Uh, but in this case, I think his vocal execution is so good that it makes me like the song more, actually,
Mhm.
because the lyrics just sound so sincere, the way he sings it, and I mentioned that boyishness that he has
Oh,
in his
yes.
tone, and so then it makes the lyrics sound a little naive as well, so it adds
Oh,
kind of another layer to it, to kind of this romantic song, and the production is super pretty. Love the way the strings come in and build throughout, and then there's kind of this urgency as you get to the final chorus. So yeah, I really, really like this one. I will say this is one where I like the performances more than the studio version.
ooh, that is
Yeah.
super valid. I mean, I don't blame you. I think when I first heard it, I wasn't really digging it
Yeah.
because this is not something that I would typically listen to. I will be completely honest with you all. Um, like if I'm gonna listen to something rock, it's gonna be double bass, ba-da-da-da-da-dun-dun-dun. Slipknot is something that I listen to. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh, complete opposite. Doesn't mean it's bad. And Little Things, I don't think it was, like, my favorite song, but I think it's only because of the lyrical content, like, dimples in the back of someone's spine and wrinkles by someone's eyes, and I'm like, "Who how old were you when you wrote this?" Right? This one feels age appropriate, and I think the melody makes so much sense. I wrote down Little Things, as well, um, and makes me feel like he should have gotten a lot more lines in that song, but I'll let it go. Um, but yeah, I like that the vocals are soft and nostalgic, and the lyrics are reflective of past love, past loss, and still yearning for that person. I think the whole everything comes back to you. The way he sings it almost sounds like he's like whispering and he's like kind of like admitting. She's like, "Oh, it's over." And he's like, "But everything goes back to you." Oh, oh, my heart, my heart. So I appreciate the emotiveness of what he does with his vocals. But yeah, I think the lyrics about him traveling the world and she could have moved on to someone else, he'll still feel the same. The storytelling on this track is sweet, but it's bittersweet because things ended between him and this person. The bridge, question mark, bridge.
Mm.
I wish it were longer or was longer, excuse me. It was a tease with those two lines. Oh my God. And then I mean, at least the guitar and the strings get slower and dramatic. Like, oh my God. But then as I listened to it live, I thought to myself, you know what? There's something about unfinished business about this bridge that I like. And I'm like, ooh, ooh. I don't know if that was on purpose, but in my mind, it's on purpose.
Yes. I also find it interesting that they didn't release a music video for this.
Oh yeah, it's
You
just a
know?
lyric video with those doodles.
Yeah, they were like, we don't need to. This song speaks for itself, and his performances will
Yeah,
also speak for themselves. So, kind of here for that.
I
As a
respect that.
debut single, it's like, oh wow, you were confident.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so
So I give this one an 8.5.
okay, I'm gonna give this one an 8. I'm still warming up to it. I don't hate it at all.
Nice. Next up is Seeing Blind featuring Maren Morris, and this was done by Jaquire King, Matt Rad, Maren Morris, Ruth Ann Cunningham, and Niall Horan, and this was released as a single in Australia in June 2018.
In your eyes, oh, I must be seeing blind.
Yes. All right. Okay. The voices are blending well.
Ooh.
You know, Miss Morris. She brings a little bit of a country pop moment, which I think is suitable because, I mean, Niall's music does kind of sound like country. I mean, call what you want to call it. It's folk, it's Americana, it's bluegrass. Y'all strumming and y'all singing about being outside or love or something. No offense. No offense. It's the same thing people feel about rap. It's all the same, even though there's drill and there's grime and there's other, genres. It's the same thing. For me, like when I hear the guitarist strumming, I'm like, oh, is this country? It's not. But I do appreciate that he cited proper collaborators to make the song strong. And it's crazy how In the Middle would be her breakthrough like a year later. But
Mm.
it wasn't like she was not hitting notes before that, and even on this track. I think it's relaxed in a sense. Like it's not like they're trying too hard to make it connect. They're not trying too hard to create vocal chemistry. It sounds polished as well. Um, and I like that Niall is branching out to get some cross-genre appeal. I feel like the song really sounds like it belongs like on a road trip playlist titled "Star-Crossed and Crossroads." You know what I'm saying? Like it's giving. Come on now,
Yes.
no one steal that title. I'm gonna make a playlist right now. Yeah, I think their harmonies click, like almost like two mason jars clinking in Nashville. Just ding, ding, ding. It just
Mason jars.
I'm thinking of country. I'm being very like on the nose here, but I do appreciate the conversational moments of this song. It's sweet and it's underplayed chemistry. Like it's not in your face, but it just sounds good, and
Mhm.
it goes off live. So I feel like oh my gosh, I feel like the live version there are a lot more liberties taken with the vocals. It feels fun. It feels I don't know. It just feels so much more like full. But I think that's what the magic is about this album. You hear something and it's like what can you uncover once you hear it performed live. So I think that's a testament to I guess
Mm.
the overall sound of the album. But yeah, I think this is fun. How did you feel with Marin on the track? His only collaboration I think on this album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like this one actually. I will say I think I like the verses more. I think it's
Mm.
the way they did it with kind of like the one word at a time.
Ah,
Kind of
yes.
I
Oh
just think
yeah.
it was really nicely done.
Hmm.
It makes it sound really sweet. And yeah, I love Maren Morris's voice actually.
Yeah.
And her kind of nasally tone
Hmm.
makes for an interesting blend with him because uh he's like huskier,
Oh yes.
and a little just naturally more rocky. So I think the two together actually, yeah, it sounds really good together.
Yeah.
But yeah, the chorus does have a good kind of sing along ability, which you do get more of live, I would say.
Yeah.
And I feel like if this could work as like a wedding dance routine, if they could actually dance. You know what I mean? Like not a
Oh,
slow dance, but like an
yeah.
actual, like really sweet
Or swinging and spinning and
romantic dance routine. Yeah.
yeah.
I do wish we got some ad libs or something for the final chorus. Like we
Mhm.
did get that kind of last big note, which I enjoyed. They kind of slide into this big note at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the two of them have some vocal chops that they could have done some fun little back and forth or something as ad libs at the end.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I appreciate the song for sure. He did also release the solo version, like live with the RTE orchestra.
Okay, it's
And
not
I will
her,
say
but
the strings
yes.
add a romance to it, but I miss her.
Yeah. Where's mom? Like, it's so like,
Yeah.
that's what it felt like for me too.
Yeah. And I guess the video, we just kind of take the acoustic video.
Oh, yeah, yeah, they're performing together. I mean, it is always nice to see that people actually like being in the room with each other. Like, there's no romantic chemistry, but like at least it's like, hey, I respect your artistry. And again, I think this is before she blew up, right? So like, she had the whole hype around her, like not fully developed, but people knew that she could sing her little booty off. So yeah, I think the acoustic video is sweet. They look cute.
Mm. Yes,
Yeah.
they look really cute together. Yes.
Yes, I like the styling, the colors. Like, I just like her face. She looks like a little cute little munchkin. Um, country messed up when they lost her. I'm just saying.
So, what do you rate it?
Ooh, I'll give this one an 8.
Okay, I'll give it an 8 as well.
Up next is Slow Hands. And this is done by Julian Bonetta, Tobias Jesso Jr., Niall Horan, Ruth Ann, Explicit, and John Ryan. And this was released as the second single from the album. And this was actually one of the last songs written for the album because Niall said that he wanted something with some grit and funk. So, Chris, did the grit come through with Slow Hands?
Slow hands, like sweat dripping down that dirty laundry.
Yes, that was the right choice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Slow Hands is, the big single from this.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with that. It makes sense to me
Yeah.
that this did so well. Because, yeah, I think a lot of this album it's very sweet and stuff, but it is good to just, show a different side to yourself, just kind of make the album a little bit more well-rounded, I would say.
Yes. Yeah.
I think the production is cool. I love the emphasis on the bass line here. That adds to that coolness factor for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the vocal effect that they have on him too, because it
Mm-hmm.
actually takes away some of that boyishness, that innocence that's kind of just naturally in his tone that does work so well for these more romantic songs. But I think because this one's a bit more cheeky,
Yeah.
there's some, you could infer some things from what he's saying. So I think that having that vocal effect on him adds that grit that he wanted for
Oh
sure.
yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's got a great chorus. It's a great song. I'm
Yeah.
here for it. Also, I really like the bridge.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's
Yeah.
simple, but it adds such a whole other layer to
The
it. So
power of a bridge.
mhm.
Oh my God, the power of a woman. Singing Eternal. But yeah. So, I agree with you on a lot of that. A lot of that. And I think the filter that they use on his voice, it reminds me of like blues. Something about this just feels like a stomp clap moment you kind of have like at a pub or something like that. Um, I think the swagger of it all and the subtle thirst traps at the pub really do fit the visual, I guess, You met a honey, You guys are swigging down some maybe IPAs or some lagers. I don't know what people do. I do not drink, but if I did drink, maybe I'd be sitting there, having a cold one in a can or bottle. I don't know. But the lyric, slow hands like sweat dripping down our dirty laundry, that's dirty. Like Niall said, I'm trying to get filthy, nasty, like black jelly bean nasty. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, treat me like a pomegranate. Need me like Irish soda bread, baby. I'm here for it all. But it's not super sleazy, and I think that's what I appreciate the most. Like if you're
It's
gonna
not. Yeah.
if you're gonna be black jelly bean nasty, keep it cute. Right. And this kept it cute. And I appreciate that. All right. And I think this is definitely a lot more sultry than the previous tracks and then the tracks to come. I think this is probably like a standalone-ish. If not the only track that really sounds like that. Even with the bonus tracks, I feel like this one is the standout for sure. It has a lot more grooves than the other one. And I think it's a smart pivot to show the range. It's like, I don't just do acoustic ballads. I also know how to get down and be a black jelly bean.
Black jelly beans are normally licorice.
Those are
Which
nasty.
actually, you know what? I've grown to appreciate licorice more.
You know what, Chris?
I still won't choose to eat it, but I won't spit it out.
Chris is also black jelly bean.
Anyway, what do you give this song?
I'll give it a slow 10. It's nice.
Me
like this one.
too. Definitely a 10. This song's so good.
You know what? This is one of those songs that I didn't realize that I knew. I didn't know that I was gonna like it until I heard it on this album. I was like, wait, this is him? Oh wow, I like the song already. So speaking of which, you are already here. You've made it to like what, 5 tracks with us? Like we're on the 5th track. Why are you not subscribed yet? You like us. We're like this song for me, for you. All right, so make sure you subscribe.
Next up is Too Much to Ask, done by Greg Kurstin, Niall Horan, and Jamie Scott. And this was the 3rd single from the album.
I'm asking, is it too much to ask?
Ooh, was it the right choice? Dun, dun, dun. All right.
I mean, you know what? It has
Hmm.
a ton of streams, so
Oh,
think the fans like it.
interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what? Okay, I can totally understand, right? It's more ballad. We're not mad at that at all. It's emotional, it's reflective. I mean, he genuinely sounds sad about the breakup. And I do appreciate the occasional harmony here and there to create like this haunting tone. Um, I like to focus on the lyrics, the melodic response that the guitar offers when he's asking in that chorus, is it too much to ask? Like, I love how when he says, is it too much to ask? And then the guitar kind of responds like melodically, like there's some strumming going on. I'm like, ooh, that's again, in my mind, there's a conversation going on with the music. And I appreciate that because I think what tends to happen with songwriting, I think some other songwriter was complaining about it too. It's like, you're not writing with the music. You're not really there. You're just kind of writing lyrics on a track and recording it, but this felt like if I ask you, is this too much to ask? What response will I get? So it's kind of open. Like, what is the answer here? I think this is one of the more mature moments on the record, for sure. And I think that this has that tone where it's like, it's aching just enough to make you text your ex, hope you're well, and then maybe regret it, but like you still sent it. Like the lyrics, my shadow's dancing without you for the first time. It feels pulled straight from like the breakup scene of a Netflix original like rom-com. And I love Netflix rom-coms, okay? There's no shade. It's beautiful. But that whole like my shadow's dancing without you is slightly unsafe to use after midnight? So like the answer to his question, is it too much to ask? It might be. The person might be have moved on already. As a fellow sentimental being,
Yeah.
no. Depending on where I am in life, no. And have you changed? I'm all about reconciliation. So I think that is the interesting part about the song. Is like he regrets it, but what is the listener feeling? Is it one of those, no, or it's like, I wish my man would ask me this. Like, so I think it's kind of like
Mm.
it's nice. I like the feeling that it gives me for sure.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't not like the song,
Hmm.
but I will say I am surprised how
Popular it is,
successful.
yes.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
how popular it is. It does feel perfect for AC radio,
Oh
you
my
know.
god, yes.
And I mean that in a good way, right? Like it
No,
is
but you're so
very
right.
like if you like this type of ballad, it's a great version of this type of ballad, I
That's
guess.
hilarious.
Um,
Yes.
because yeah, it's very classic, just kind of soft pop rock, I guess. And again, he sounds very earnest, which is good.
Yes.
Um, I like that little guitar solo that happens in the middle for sure. But yeah, this is actually not a standout for me on this album.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Actually, I think there's some other ballads on here that are a little stronger,
Mhm.
like the title track, which we'll talk about.
Oof,
But
honey.
and I know he still performs that a lot, so at least it's getting its flowers. But still, you
Yeah.
know. Um, so yeah, this song's fine.
That's valid, but I think it's and then the
Yeah.
music video, I think what made me go like, like I can relate to the song, right? And I think people are gonna like listen to me review it, like, oh my gosh, she loves it. But again, because I relate to it, doesn't mean that the song is like super strong. Um, the music video I think is interesting because he. I think it's so fun when like singers act in their music videos because he had to act really sad and like he was disassociating and stuff like that when
Mm,
he was talking to his homeboys. He's
yeah.
sitting at the pub, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "Ha! I hope my ex feels that way."
I like the music video a lot. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
me
the
too.
color grading it is beautiful.
Consistent again, like I
Mhm.
said, the color palette across this whole project was very like,
Yeah, it definitely fits the
perfect.
song. So
Yes, yes.
yeah,
What do you rate it?
I will give this a 7.5.
Mine's down the road 7. Ooh, do I have any lower scores? I might. Up next is Up next is Paper Houses, and this was done by Jacquire King, Ian Archer, and Niall. We're back. with paper houses. Okay.
And our paper houses reach the stars.
Now, speaking of ballads, how do we feel about this one? I mean, ballad, I feel like it might be a little bit of a stretch, but
No, it's like a mid-tempo, I would say.
right. Yeah, yeah. How do we feel about this one?
Yeah, I like this one. I think look, I'm a drummer.
Mm,
I like
ooh,
percussion.
yeah.
So, this one, this percussion is cool. It grounds
Mm-hmm.
it really nicely.
Yes.
And the guitar riffs as well. There's a really cool balance of the acoustic and electric guitars in here. So I think the overall
Mm,
arrangement of it is really nice.
mm-hmm.
I will be honest, I don't think the melody actually does much for me in the verses,
Yeah.
but the chorus is nice. And when he belts
Mm,
it, I think he sounds really good there. And again, you kind of get a really nice build with some harmonies, and there's some switch up in melodies and stuff at the end too. This is one for sure where the live version, the RTE concert
oh,
orchestra
yeah.
one, oh my gosh, that version is for sure the superior one. That should just replace uh, any other version of this song everywhere, because it's so much more epic with the strings that come
Mm-hmm.
in and their horns, and it adds so much to the song and made me like it so much more. Because I gotta be honest, the first time I listened to the song, I was kind of like,
Ooh.
nah. But then
Ooh.
when I heard the live version, I was like, okay, I like this one. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, this took a couple listens, I think.
That is super valid. I think it's tough because like the way the song kind of structures itself, like the lyric of Paper Houses is a great imagery. Being held up really high and having such a fragile architectural structure. I don't know what the issue was in the relationship. Everyone has their own kind of like, if your foundation is strong, it might last. If it's not, you're kind of building on a very, a precarious like position, I guess. But yeah, I think the whole like fragile, shaky relationship and them trying to work it out and trying to build upon it and trying to fix and trying to fix and trying to fix. It's like, how much of your relationship should be a fixer upper? Like, I mean, you're supposed to build together, yes, but like how much of it is necessary until it starts to turn toxic? And I think the song does a good job of expressing that. I think it's solid in terms of the concept, but it's not instantly memorable
Yeah,
as the singles. It is relatable. It has like this lush folksy feel
yeah,
that raises the stakes. And I think the outro is powerful. It made for a great listen. I think the soft rock pop moment, the relationship metaphors definitely dominate, but I think the production itself, because it then eventually became like this awesome orchestral version, it's good. Like it's full of like this cinematic dynamism, all these multiple syllable words. But I think what makes the song interesting to me is that it is very gentle in the beginning, but then it builds throughout. So I think the outro is like the most like powerful for what the album version could be. It made for a good listen, and it made me think if I just squint, I feel like this is something that Coldplay would have done before they discovered lasers and
uh,
EDM. So I don't dislike it.
okay, yeah, I hear Coldplay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right? Because I was like, "Oh, I hear something." I don't if I just close if I squint, it's one of those things. So yeah, I think it's not bad, but there are some weak moments here. I'm like, "Ooh, what could have been?" But yeah,
mm,
overall, I think it's pretty solid. So for me, I'll give it 8.
I will also go an 8. I will say that was bumped up though, because the orchestral one, or the RTE one exists.
My Coldplay relation
Yeah.
helped me. I was like, "Oh, this is why." I'm like, "What is the song? It feels so familiar."
Yeah. All right, moving on to Since We're Alone, done by Greg Kirsten, Julian Bunetta, John Ryan, and Niall.
Since we're alone, yeah, you can show me your heart.
Okay. Since we're alone, this one's interesting. It's cozy. We're back in that folk pop. I mean, I think it's very consistent as all folky poppy, but it's
Yeah,
not
but this is
super.
back to full Fleetwood Mac again.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Exactly. So it's intimate, it's airy. I think the harmonies and sweetener vocals, oh my God, they feel like honey. Oh my God. So shout out to the background vocalist, Bridget Sarai. I think having her voice specifically creates like this really nice atmosphere that feels soothing, where it feels like you can kind of open up to someone, 'cause that's what the song's about, right? The lyric, rain on a Sunday, shadow behind your face, like, oh, to be seen on a sunny day. I said Sunday, sorry. I think the lyrics, "Rain on a sunny day, shadow behind your face," like, those kind of things where it's like, "Okay, I see your mask, but, like, there's something going on, like, do you wanna open up to me?" I think that's, so nice, like, to be seen as a person. I think we all yearn for that, you know? The idea of being acknowledged is really captured in the song. It's like, "You can talk to me, it's more than skin deep, I'm trying." Like, that's all you can ask for in a partner. If someone's willing to meet you, you can try to open up a little bit, right? I feel like the song was written barefoot on a porch with a cup of Irish breakfast tea. Very specific. I know. Even though the production has a breezy California vibe, like when I was driving my rental in LA, shout out to Avis, this album felt so right. I was just like, oh, this is so nice. I want to roll my windows down. Like, I mean, it's good. And I think I hear not like severely, like, oh my God, it's not like the chorus, but it feels like maybe I don't know their discography that well, but I'm like, oh, kind of sounds like something that I know.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that. It's about vulnerability, connection, and maybe falling in love. Give me
Yeah.
the parts of you that no one sees and we're alone, girl. Come on. Do you like this one?
I mean, I'm a huge Fleetwood Mac song, so I literally this just sounds like a Fleetwood Mac song in a good way,
Yeah. Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because yeah, they're so good at this kind of there's like a bounce to it. There's like a slight groove to it, and I think that's
Hmm.
why. Because I do like rock music, but
Yeah.
I think that balance has always been something that I've looked for.
Hmm.
But yeah, I really like this one. I agree with you. I think yeah, it's very cozy. It does feel like you're like sitting by a fire or something. Like it has that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And yeah, I noted the harmonies as well. The light
Oh yeah.
harmonies are so pretty.
Yeah.
And again, the lyrics are really well written. Like
Hmm.
especially in the chorus, like Niall sounds so warm. Again, very very sincere. Because
Mm.
I feel like if you just read these lyrics, they're quite cheesy. Like when we're alone, you can show me your heart and like all this
Oh
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
But because he sounds so sincere, like he
Yeah.
sounds trustworthy, like you can actually you know, be more open with them. And that's cool. Like I'm like, okay, wow, this is like
Yes.
really strong execution because as a lot of other people trying to sing this, it could sound very cheesy or just not
Mhm.
sincere. So
Mhm.
I'm kind of here for that. I do wish we got a proper bridge on this. This is yeah, but overall, I
Mhm.
do like this one a lot. Again, if all the Fleetwood Mac inspiration, I'm kind of already there in it. So
I respect that.
yeah, yeah. So I give
Oh,
this one an 8.5.
and yeah, almost for the reason that you cited, the bridgelessness gets me. I feel like every time we do a review, I'm like, "There's a bridge." But yeah, I give it an 8. Up next is the title track, "Flicker," and this was done by Jaquire King, Julian Bonetta, Niall, and John Ryan.
Still a flicker of hope that you first gave to me.
Our Patreon crew member, Ellie, told us Niall said he sang Flicker to the person it was about before he released the album, and they cried about it. And they're still good friends. I think that's so sweet. I don't think I've ever written a song about my friends per se. Um, but if I ever do, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder. I mean, the song's romantic.
I think that's kind of sweet. Like I know someone who's kind of still yearns for my mom, and I'm like, oh, it's over.
But are they still friends?
Yeah, they are still friends. Yeah, she'll pick
Oh,
up the phone and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" Like this person's a little unwell as well, like physically, not like mentally. And they kind of keep in contact.
yeah.
Oops, sorry. They
Mm,
keep in contact, and he's like, I'll always still love you. And she's like, I know. So I think it's okay to have a friend that
hmm.
it's okay. My mom is.
Interesting dynamic, I think.
It is. It's
Yeah.
just too much for me. I'd be like, nope, don't talk to me no more, please.
But yeah, this song is so pretty.
Hmm.
As I mentioned earlier, should have been a single, could have been a single, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
But like I said, it feels like it's much loved by the fan base and him. Obviously, he named the album after it, so um, at least it still gets performed quite a lot nowadays.
Yes.
But yeah, again, it's just so beautiful.
Hmm.
Everything about it, melodies, lyrics. I can see why he named the album after it. It's kind of like the opus of this album, I would say. Obviously,
Mm.
Slow Hands was the big hit, but if you think about this whole album as a project, that was actually kind of an outlier.
Yes.
This is kind of
Yes.
very representative of kind of where he was at.
Uh-huh.
I will say I kind of would love to hear a version, and I haven't really listened to some of the more recent live versions, so maybe he's already done this. So fans, if there are links, put them in the comments. But I would love to hear a version that was like rockier. Like, give
Oh,
me like all the guitars going crazy and the drums really crashing at the end and make that
yeah.
chorus just like this whole
Yeah.
epic moment. I do enjoy the way that it's done, like on the studio version, where it's still very, it's very beautiful. It still has a build to it. Yeah, I kind of wonder if you kind of added a more rock element, what it would sound like. But
Mhm.
yeah, this song is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I think, the delicateness, the reflectiveness, it's subtle. Um, and it feels like the emphasis is more on the emotion rather than the big hook, even though the hook is strong. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he emotes it very well. And I think that's something that we've both been really saying. It just feels sincere. Um, like the lyric, I remember the magic and electricity, things like that. And in my heart, there's a light in the dark, like, oh, a flicker of hope that he wants to keep alive. Like, the please don't leave. Like, yes, Niall, a man that yearns is a man that earns. If
No.
honey, I'm serious.
Is that a real line? Is that a real phrase?
It's a phrase now.
Oh no. That should
No,
be a
but
lyric. Write that down.
I will be. But it's true though, man. That I will write it down. Listen to my next single. It's called Hysteria. Anyway, but it's true. If a man that yearns, a man that earns, like, I mean, I think there's a collection of women or whoever, collection of people who enjoy that when their loved one is like, I want you and I want you to stay with me. It's like, it's not sleazy. It just feels so sad, but it's relatable. Like, I mean, I also wish that this would have had a big, bold ending, because if you think about what's happening now, it's really interesting to hear what the Pop Boys are doing. Like, if you think about Alex Warren or Benson Boone, if they had this song, they would be sobbing in the ends in terms of big, bold ending, right? Like,
Mm,
but I think there is a certain charm with this somber, all cried outness that Niall presents, right? Like, he's a softie, which is present. Like, the concept of that is present on this album, but he's not a pile of mush. So although I feel like the ending like deserved to be like, it is reserved to an extent and it feels very manly, but in a different way. Like, I think the begging and the please stay. I don't dislike the song, right? I think it got overplayed, but I think that one last request is a little bit more like, wow, oh my God, I think I might stay with this man than the please stay,
oh
you
my god,
know?
why you keep referencing that song?
Because if you think about it, please don't leave, same sentiment. I don't want to lose you.
Yes. Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
like, yeah, so I think that is the difference. Like, one is very passionate, like begging, and the other one's just like, I am on my knees. I'm gonna say it one more time. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so there's a difference. And like, honey, depending on what you like, both work. Both work. So yeah, I feel like this could have been a single for sure, and it would have been a great music video. Okay.
Mm.
What happened? What happened? Why is that a single? I give this one, oh, it's so hard because I wanted the ending to be really big. Um, but I'm okay with it not. So I will give it the score I gave Slow Hands. I give it to Slow Hands a 10.
Yeah.
I did. So yeah, I'll give this one a 10. I like this one. It's like my favorite one.
Mm.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah. I'll go 9.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
Next up is A Fire Away, done by Julian Bunetta, Ruth Ann, John Ryan, and Niall Horan.
Fire away.
All right. Fire away. Fire away. Where's that from?
Sia, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? This is, thank you for that. This is the soft spoken, like, since we're alone sister song, like, you can be yourself. I mean, gosh, the lyrics, hold me close but at a distance, you might be lost but I ain't losing you. Like, this kind of thing is interesting, right? Like, this person's trying to push you away, but he's like, I'm here to take all that, girl, fire away. I can appreciate that. I can only take that for so long. If you don't want to be with me, or you're being really avoidant, or you're scared of loving me, honey, I am not going to stick around and deal with it. But I do appreciate how it is communicated. He is giving gentle lover. Um, and this one is dreamy in that sense, where it's like it's atmospheric. The chorus kind of floats or cascades over the production, like it's like a mist, like smoke, if you will. Is again, it's very gentle, considering that the title is Fire Away, and whatever's happening, like, you're willing to take it, like whatever arrows that this person's kind of shooting.
Mhm.
Um, I think you can really hear him sitting in that, like settling really comfortably in that singer-songwriter space, and it's the kind of song that makes you imagine him playing guitar in a semi-empty pub while everyone's like quietly nursing a Guinness. You know what I'm saying? A Guinness, excuse me. Everyone's just kind of just sipping, listening to the guy. Like, he's pretty good, right? Like it's one of those like behind like the main actors. There's a singer in the shot. That's unfortunately it's giving a little bit B-roll in terms of like film in a movie. It's a little sleepy, this one. I'm not in love, but the live version does redeem it quite a bit,
Oh,
I will say. And
yes.
thank God for it, because
I mean,
honey,
we were just talking about wanting a rocked up ending.
yeah,
This has that.
yeah,
There's another one. That RTE concert orchestra one is the one for sure.
yes, it is serious. I
Yeah.
love it.
But yeah, going back to the studio one, yes, very calm.
Mhm.
It is. I wrote coffee shop, but pub works as well.
Oh yeah, coffee shop, yes.
Yeah, but yeah, same idea, right? It's like a singer-songwriter kind of guy on the side, just kind of doing his thing.
Plucking
And you can
away.
still kind of have your conversation with your friends on top of it.
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, yeah. Um, I do like the tone that he uses.
Yeah.
He's doing this really kind of breathy, kind of extra raspy kind of situation. So
Mhm.
that makes it a little more different from the rest of the album. But I'm on the same page with you. This is one I kind of forgot about a lot.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
But
sorry,
no,
Carla.
the RTE orchestra one though, not that one. That one was
Unforgettable.
great.
Unforgettable.
But yeah, I'll give this one a 7.
I will match you. I'll definitely match you on this one. Last but not least, on the standard edition of this album is You and Me. This was done by Jaquire King, Ruth Ann, Math Rad, and Niall. Shout out to Jaquire.
Yeah. On a
Jaquire.
lot of the album.
Jaquire. I feel bad
Same
for
with
saying
Ruth Ann.
yes, Miss Ruth Ann.
And Matt,
Um,
actually. Yeah.
oh yeah, everybody. You know what? This is why you should have a team of writers that you really like, because you get a consistent body of work. But also maybe sometimes switch it up, because how consistent is it? Whereas almost too consistent. We need some variety, because this last song, this one's for the country snails.
Believe it's all for you and me.
Grab your hat and slither on down the road. It's just it's So if you're new here to CCTV, when I say something's for the snails, it means that the song is super slow and it's not giving much movement. Doesn't mean it's bad. The song is not terrible, but I would say because it's already kind of slow, or at the last track on the album, what is it that you want to say? And I think that is really important. What is it that you want to say on your last song? All right. You don't have any other bonus track. This is the last cut. Why would this be the last one, right? It's less glossy, but it's not bad. It's just not great. It just sounds like an older man's tune. Like, I've got a young heart and is wild and free. Sir, you were like 20 something when you released this. Like,
Well, I mean,
like,
I feel like he's talking about like a lost like teenage love,
even still. I mean, 20 something is 20 something old for like 20 something year old. I feel like 20 is not, I feel like it's not that old. The lyric, two kids trying to start a fight, that sounds about right. So that part makes sense. But this is not an awesome end to an album.
This is not an awesome end to the album.
Yeah, no, it's not. And then also him putting Shawty on layaway because he needs to sow his wild oats to be better for her is a load of rubbish. Like, I'm selfish because it's what I need. Like, bro, please. I respect the
I thought
self-reflection.
I was thinking more his career.
Oh, my bad.
This is so consistent. For those of you who listen to our reviews, I feel like I always pretty much give everyone the benefit of the doubt. You always go to like
His dreams.
look, maybe you're right. Maybe he is like, I gotta sow my wild oats before I come back to you. Maybe.
Wow.
But I was thinking just like, he needs to focus on himself right now. But he sees a future with this lady.
You know what? Maybe I should look at it like, listen, guys, you and me happened to me, dang it. Well, not really. I didn't get that. I got the flicker treatment not recently, it was like 7 months now. But the point is, it's a little bit of a, leave out the part of it benefiting me. Whatever you need to do, don't put me on layaway. Point is, don't leave me on layaway. Okay? Regardless of what, for my career. Okay, whatever. But he is so lucky he sounds good. He is so
He
lucky
does.
he sounds like he means it. I feel like, but I do still feel like a different song could have ended this album. Dang it! But still, don't you put me on layaway. I'm not Kmart.
Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you here. Like having kind of all these slow songs at the end of this album,
Mm.
I don't know if that was the best choice. And we're about to talk about the B-sides exclusively on Patreon. And I think some of those
Could have been.
could have been on here. There's
Should have
one
been.
in particular that I'm very surprised didn't make it on here.
Oh.
But look, I'm here for this kind of concept actually, because I think a lot of celebrities actually think this type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, God, like my life is crazy right now, but I got to do this to like secure
Secure the
my
bag.
spot.
Right.
Yeah, secure the
Right.
bag. But and I cannot commit to this right now.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
I can relate to that. Okay, that's true because I can't be dating really right now. Okay, that's really okay. We're
Right.
back. We're back. See, if you give me good evidence, I can change my mind.
Yeah, but I think regardless of that though, there's just nothing really about this that stands out to me.
Oh yes, aside from
Like,
the
we were
dramatic.
just saying with Fire Away that it kind of feels kind of coffee shop pub-ish.
Mhm.
This kind of has that too. Maybe a different setting, maybe like an outdoor situation.
I'm crying.
Sometimes you go to those like outdoor things and there's like a band in the back.
Oh yeah, like a festival or something like that. Yeah.
Not really but like a festival
Oh.
that's not about music though.
Yes, it's about like food and there's
Yeah, like a food, like a food festival or something where they just kind of have a band on the side.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this is giving. Yeah.
The excitement when I said
Yeah.
food festival, you're like,
Yeah,
yes.
I love a food festival.
I know, but it was you being like, yes,
Yeah.
that is the correlation because they do a bunch of covers and then they do that one song. You're like, this is your song? Like,
Right. Like,
yeah.
no one came to see you. You're just kind of there,
Not the drag. We're
No
dragging
offense.
this man. We're dragging the song, not Niall. Niall is still a solid
But
artist.
that's
we,
what the song is giving a little bit. I would say the backing vocals in the chorus are very nice.
yes,
But yeah,
bonus tracks better. for me.
yeah, like this one, I will just give a 6.5.
Okay, I gave it a 6.
Okay. So yes, that was the end of the standard version of the album, and as
Yeah.
we've just been teasing, we will talk about the bonus tracks and some of those leaks that came out. So come join us on Patreon at patreon.com/cctvpops to hear us talk about those.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, let's do our cut or keep. So if you had to cut a song off this album, what would you cut and why?
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
The one we just talked about.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, okay. So here's the
Same.
thing, right?
I can't choose something else. Sorry.
Because I think that's a pretty solid. Like,
That's
that's
right.
pretty solid. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I would replace it with one of the bonus or even We'll talk about that.
Or just leave it as a 9-track album.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then what I would keep, I think it was obvious. I think I like Flicker quite a bit. It's
Yeah.
again, a man that yearns is a man that earns. So
Fair.
keep going on.
Yeah. I will pick On the Loose.
Ooh,
Strong song. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So overall thoughts. Our first time listening to Niall's album.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I thought I wasn't gonna like this.
Same.
I thought I wasn't gonna like the album,
Yeah.
but come to find out, I knew a lot more of these songs than I thought. But I think that's again one of those things where I'm just very confused. Like he seems to be the one that charts the most because a lot of these songs, I was like, oh yeah, I heard this. Oh yeah, I heard this. Oh yeah, I heard this. And he's not. I guess he doesn't have like a star that shines as brightly as Harry or have all the no offense to Zayn, but all the drama that keeps his names in the tablet because he's not making music right now. So I think that is kind of like, so I don't really care for him, but he's consistent and I think that's important. And I think for this to be the first project, there's only nowhere else to go but up. So if we get another request to do another album review, I am open to doing it because this is really solid and it's not One Direction. And I appreciate that I don't think he did it on purpose. I just think that his influences, he wears them on his sleeve, much like his heart. And I mean, his artistry, I guess I don't really know about his heart, but like just saying, he wears all of it on his sleeve and he puts it pen to paper and it comes out super consistent. So I think this is a solid album.
Yeah. I mean, look, with Ellie and a couple of our other patrons who are huge Directioners,
Yeah.
I think we will definitely be getting into the rest of his discography. And I'm actually quite excited about it because, like I said, I was just trying to read more about this album. And it does sound like a lot of people believe that he improves quite a lot, actually. And I think this is
Mm.
actually a really, really strong debut.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed this. I kept a lot of songs on this. I added them to some playlists and stuff.
Mhm.
And good for him. I think as we mentioned, we are kind of casual One Direction listeners, right? And so
Right.
I remembered, in the beginning that he didn't really get many solos and he was kind of just the cute blonde one on the side. And so I
Yeah.
think I was quite impressed that
Mm.
he came out with such a
Yeah.
strong sound and a clear lane that he wanted to go in. And yeah, like you were saying, the last couple songs, it does start to drag just a little bit,
Yeah.
but as a debut album, solid.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. So, ooh, what's your final score?
I'll give it an 8.
Strong body of work, but I think
Mhm.
when it's slows down at the end, it kind of just loses its momentum a bit for me. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5. We don't do like 7.75s out here. I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm
Oof.
gonna give it a 7.5. I think the more I like, kind of just fish around with the music, my score might change as we,
Yeah.
develop and grow with
Yeah.
Niall.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so Directioners, Horn Dogs. What do you all think of Niall's first album, Flicker? And what should we review next? Should we do the third One Direction album? Should we do
Girl.
the next Niall album? Should we do another members solo material? Let us know what you want in the comments below. You can also
Mhm.
hang out with us and the crew on Patreon, including Lily, Emily, George, Jonathan, Jasmine, Julianne, Darius, Ren, Hillary, Ellie, Louie, Nick, and Luke. Oof. You can also follow us on social media at CCTV Pops. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for our YouTube channel. And if you're enjoying the show on a podcast platform, please give us a follow, rating, and review. Until next time, that's
Mhm.
Chantel.
That's Chris.
And we're signing off from CCTV, the Nonstop Pop Show.
You wanna